to the coach on behalf of the player is no crime in itself, Dara made the mistake of offering this favor in exchange for money, an act bordering on influence planning. A sum of 4,000 cedis was handed to Dara, although he neither readily nor directly accepted it. He directed that a bribe be given to an acquaintance of his. Confirming that he had used his position to make money unethically. Samazaga, meanwhile, was not called up for the Black Stars. Suffice to say, Dara never returned the money either. Dara's conduct became more questionable when compared to that of his colleague at the FA, Kuku Iya. Iya, a lawyer, is a member of the GFA's executive committee and the management team of the Black Starlets. When approached by Tiger for him to influence the call for a player into the Starlets, Iya was clear about his principles.
If you are free to speak to the coaches, the technical team, or if you are affiliated to the team, they will tell you that I only wish the best for the team. And I always tell the coach to go with his best foot forward. And it's not a question of if you know the coach or this person is your player on the team, you must get automatic selection. But from what I'm seeing, if he doesn't also release his league, it means that this one has already overtaken him. You understand? So that tells you how high I rate him. It's all a question of competition. I don't know the reasons because I think that it is the talent player.
Unfortunately for Mr. Iya, and for Ghanaian, unfortunately for Mr. Iya, and for Ghanaian football fans, that is not one share by the one person. It's not one. The most. Meet Kwesi Nyantakyi, the boss. If the Ghana football system we have experienced so far feels like a sophisticated mafia network, then Mr. Nyantakyi is its godfather. His Excellency Kwesi Nyantakyi. And mysterious dawn, feared and revered, adored and abhorred. He became the president of the Ghana Football Association in December 2005 at the age of 37 and has since consolidated himself at the helm with smart political craft, serving 3 terms across 13 years, a run that currently makes him the longest serving football association supremo in the world. The lawyer and banker who hails from Wa in Ghana's Upper West region, has been hailed for his achievements of overseeing Ghana's qualification to 3 consecutive FIFA World Cups in 2006, 2010, and 2014. But these feats seem to have been overshadowed by the decline in the quality of domestic football during the time.
Advantage because of there is one area mentorship plus anybody in the management or whatnot have forgotten. If you don't have a good teacher, how do you get good students?
While his personal stock has risen significantly during his reign, with roles as WAFO president, CAF vice president, and FIFA council member, Nyantechi's tenure has in recent years been plagued by allegations of dictatorship and lack of transparency.
So it wasn't a matter of out of context when the Transparency International, one of the most credible institutions, with the general public, contract that are signed for even club reps to know how much is involved becomes a thing of a state secret.
The transparency concerns with Nyantechi's administration was aroused recently at an event to launch the sponsorship of the Ghana Premier League by Xylophone Cash. Seated with Nyantechi at the Plash event was Nana Appiah-Mensah, CEO of Xylophone Group and Men's Road, Ghana. The struggling Ghana Premier League had entered its 3rd season without a title sponsor, and so the announcement of this partnership was a momentous moment for the fortunes of domestic football. Unfortunately, the event was marred by Nyantechi insisting that the contract has a confidentiality clause, its details shrouded in secrecy, known only to a few people within the FA and Xylophone Cash.
The parties are different parts. Xylophone Cash on one hand, and then the GFA and affiliated clubs. The 2 parties are very much aware of the point of the contract. With regard to third-party notices, that's where the confidentiality rule lies. There's no peculiar to this matter.
I would have loved to hear, for instance, total amount of breakdown of how much clubs are going to get every year, so that we don't live here convinced.
When people get to know of the amount of money Germany is getting from the World Cup via the internet, and they cannot see the amount of money coming to the Ghana Football Association through the same internet or even walking to the offices because of proximity, then they start to lose trust.
In 2014, Nyantechi and the FA were among many actors investigated by a commission of inquiry set up to look into Ghana's infamous participation at the World Cup in Brazil.
Yes. And I really appreciate the good work you're doing. The work of this commission will do a lot of good to Ghana football. Already it has cleared a lot of misconceptions. And my presence here will further clear more misconceptions. Because when you are in football, they think you are a thief, you are a criminal. That's the presumption. And you are presumed you are presumed guilty before you prove your innocence. My Lord, as a justice of the Court of Appeal, will you accept that? You will not, my Lord. I don't expect you to.
That same year, Nyantechi was embroiled in an investigation of alleged match fixing by undercover reporters of the UK's Daily Telegraph and Channel 4.
An investment.
So, what about to having matches? Let's say there should be an experimental period.
Fantastic.
To see how
Yes.
you do your work.
Yes.
So, if you like, let's try something and get honest. Then, do one or two
In November 2017, Nyantechi, who has previously described corruption allegations against him as useless talk and based on envy, pettiness, and jealousy, announced that he was willing to give a 20,000 cedi reward anyone with evidence of corruption within his Ghana Football Association, either by referees or by himself and other officials.
Anyone who will come forward to report any corrupt practices. So if a referee is approached by a club official, we are encouraging them to report the club official. We are proposing a 20,000 Ghana cedi prize money for anyone who comes forward to report any case of bribery with evidence, not an allegation. You cannot just come and say, this man has gone to take a bribe. It's not enough. You must add evidence so that it will be credible. We can't throw good money away.
By that daring invitation, Mr. Nyantakyi played himself into a checkmate. Meet Abdullahi Alhassan, known to be a trusted right-hand man of Nyantakyi. Call him the consigliere to the Godfather, what Tom Hagan was to Don Corleone. Alhassan, who people refer to as Abu, is a former footballer at an unusual age of 31. He is now an influential power player in Ghanaian football politics, serving as the president of the Football Association in Ghana's northern region. The role makes him the youngest member of the Ghana Football Association's powerful executive committee. Abu was here in a hotel room to meet a powerful businessman about prospects for investment in Ghana football. He was upbeat.
I'm a footballer myself. I played in Holland for 3 years, and I played in Belgium for 3 years. In total, I stayed in Europe for 9 years. The football fraternity, young guys, they supported me to stand for an election for taking over the entire Belgium region in these 26 districts. So I'm currently the president of the Football Federation in the Northern Central. So I serve, that gave me opportunity to serve in the higher decision making in Ghana football. So I sit in the board. We are 22, and I'm one of the youngest among the 22 members in the Ghana Football Association.
The businessman wanted a meeting with Abu's boss, Kwesi Nyantakyi, and he knew he had come to the right man to lead him there. The businessman, through his company, wanted to sponsor Ghana's domestic football league. The offer was $15 million for 3 years, $5 million more than the amount the FA reportedly had for their last deal in 2014. Was Nyantakyi interested? The businessman wanted to find out. Abu later arranged a hotel room meeting between a rep of the supposed businessman and Kwesi Nyantakyi, with the goal of having the rep brief Nyantakyi about his boss, the businessman, and his proposal. This was the first step before ultimately setting up a meeting between Nyantakyi and the businessman. The rep in question, unknown to Abu and Nyantakyi, was an undercover tiger investigator. On the sponsorship of the domestic league, Nyantakyi revealed his plan to form a company to serve as brokers and managers of the deal. One that would earn commissions of between 20 and 25% of the sponsorship to be shared between him, Abu, and the businessman's rep.
Let him understand that we will form a company to be the agency. And that company will be responsible for ensuring that the benefits that the DFA will promise are delivered. And then we will negotiate with JP. He will not pay. JP will pay from the sponsorship amount. And the school money, we can charge 20%, 25%. Then amongst us, we agree that this person gets this person. Everybody should be sorted out. Then there will be peace. You understand?
On the document, on his side, for us to secure a deal this way, he pays a percentage to ensure that that particular things are met. A company that takes care of all the benefit that is promised to the sponsor. So he will pay 5% of the total sponsorship package. And then the 25% would enter in so we are bringing this money to them. Because they are sitting down there, I will bring money to them.
Mind you, the businessman, as a potential investor, had approached the FA himself without the use of an agent. The company would later be revealed to be Namax, a mysterious entity fronted by Abu and conveniently missing any open link to Nyantakyi. Why so? A part of the GFA's Code of Ethics reads, officials are forbidden from accepting commission or promises of such commission for negotiating deals of any kind while performing their duties unless the presiding body has expressly permitted them to do so. Was Nyantichi covering his tracks? Tiger's checks would later reveal the president's cleverness in such dealings. We found companies spanning various fields of operation that belong to him and are fronted by different individuals. Companies which he uses for deals to outwit the system. Back in the meeting, what was supposed to be a discussion about football investment suddenly took an unexpected turn.
I spoke to Cabo. First of all, the president, Akufo-Addo, and the vice president of Bawumia, and then some of the ministers. We also help them in one way or another. So I can go to anybody's house or his office. I can do that. Even after they came, Akufo-Addo called me. He says he wanted to see how something like. Okay, so I told him for him, it's like it's more. I supported him more than anybody. I told him, he said that it's not a big thing at all. I know he's minister too. The minister even told me that if I want him to do a road anywhere in Ghana, that will bring honor to me. He can do it for me. Wow. I don't need that. I don't need it all. But he also told me that because I travel a lot, if I meet people who are interested in investing in the Lagos Center,
Nyantichi, sensing prospects for more gain beyond football, pushed the discussion further.
It's going to cost money, but if you are ready to do it, you can have a meeting with the vice president, and then Cabo yesterday when I spoke to him, he's made some suggestions. There is a man called Kennedy Jambon. He owns Oman FM. Oman FM. Oh, okay. Yes. He's criticizing the government, his own government. Wow. Yes. That's control everything. And because of the money he put into the campaign, he has too much. Nobody can call him to order. They will be begging him when it's insulting them. The vice president should be more. Yes. Otherwise. So, you mentioned that, you know, they want to make him a minister because of his contribution. He says he cannot be a minister. Why is not a disciplined person to be a minister? He nominated somebody as a minister. Yes, Minister of Transport. The guy who is the chairman.
The president of the Ghana Football Association took off a disguise of political neutrality and straightly displayed a deep knowledge of Ghana's current political scene, boasting of his proximity to high-profile connections whom he could give the businessman access to at a price.
There's an expansion project which is under the Ministry of Transport. They said that there is also the redesigning and remodeling and rebuilding of the trade fair site. They want to do it into a new concept which will involve malls, shopping malls. Then there are these roads that we're talking about. Now, you know that Bawumia went to China to negotiate for the
Nyantichi, supposed to be a football administrator running a body FIFA insists should be autonomous from government influence, strangely displayed a deep knowledge of Ghana's current political scene, boasting of its proximity to key figures who he could give the businessman access to at a price.
To go to Burkina Faso now, when you get to Bupe, you go to Kamale, you go to Boga, there will be a road from Bupe through Sandima to Pada.
Wow, yeah.
And that place is a low-lying area. They are going to do bridges on the river.
Okay.
When there is nothing,
And cut across.
yes, they were to do 19 bridges, you know. And the Chinese, for China finance projects, the contractors will be from China. And that local content will involve the supply of materials. And for each lot, there are going to be about 3 major lots. About $150 million will be involved. That's for the supply of sand, chickens, gravel, etc., etc. You know, this and all this. So Gabo told me, he said, my brother, if the man agrees to do certain things, that from tomorrow you will get all the contracts. He should give money to the president if he's ready, and give money to the vice president. And then he says the minister of roads, and in Ghana, the minister of roads is always a close friend of the president. It's very, very the overpass, they inflate it. The overpass is and the basis for giving money to you is that, look, Mr. President, you have just won an election. You incur cost. This is something small to be free of cost. For the fact that the union sold his properties to you. And the basis for giving money to you is that, Mr. President, you have just won an election. You get cost. This is something small to be free of cost. And I know for a fact that he really sold his properties to do this election. And his family members, when you get close, you say, however, you get cost. They're looking for money.
Nyantichi also suggested other powerful party names outside of government who needed to be roped into the bribery conspiracy to make it successful.
But I want to involve other people.
Kennedy on here, Japan.
I give $3 million to the vice president, and give $2 million to the minister of rules. And then the deputy minister who he said that appearance with the one who has been me on the table before they even talk.
He told the rep of the businessman that he would get all the contracts from tomorrow if he agrees to the plan, and that it was a promise he was willing to stick his neck out for.
This one, it's not like you are dealing with the president's mother or the president. We all know how these people suffer. If he does that, he has bought the system. I'm telling you, there will be we don't even know all the businesses in the system. The vice president or the president will say, okay, give me this. There's something here going to me. And then there's a telephone call. And that's it. And all that they will tell the people is that these are the president's financiers. Once they say you are a party financier, wherever you bow. Yes, if he can do it, if he can do it, I can put my neck down. I'm telling you. But please, we should not be left out in this thing.